What's up guys, Lewis here at Martial Artistry, just sharing a little hot flame job that we're doing with some Createx Candy 2.0 system. For all the links, they'll be listed in the description below. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Well, we're jumping right in here with a lemon yellow. We're going to use that to base the whole entire tumbler. That's going to be our base color that we work from. I'm trying to get the rim and the base and get a nice good even level coat. Then I'm using red oxide and starting from the top and creating a gradient from the top down to the bottom of the bottle. Later in the video you'll see where I use some sunset magenta at the very top of the bottle to just give a third color. Most of this will get covered up with our flame job later in the process, but I like to give a good description of how I get from start to finish. I'm using really light layers during this process and I'm at a very far distance, so it's almost like I'm using a drop coat here where it just dusts everything and you let the overspray do the majority of the work to create the gradient and the smoothness from one color to the next. Here's where I've got my sunset magenta. This is where we're starting to really finalize the gradient. This will be the base coat for our flames. As you can see, we're going from light at the bottom to dark at the top. In just a moment, you'll see the whole thing kind of dry. Here, I'm just adding a little bit more color at the top. I just wasn't happy with how things were laying out. So now I'm getting a little closer to that flame color from yellow to almost a red, but not quite. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. This is my stopping point before I head in the house to go tape this up with our flames. All right, we're back, and now I'm using some 1/8 inch fine line tape from FBS to lay out my flames. You can see I start real thin at the top of the flames and then widen out as I go. There's no rhyme or reason to how these flames look. I'm just going with the flow here. I'm taking my time here, trying to get a nice, good, smooth, even flame. I'm still fairly new at this part of the process, and so I'm doing a lot of practicing, but using an in, out, in technique. So you'll see at the top of the flame, it's going one direction. Then I curve the tape back in the opposite direction. So in, out, in. And you'll see me pull up the tape a couple of times, just trying to reposition things. I'm not a perfectionist, but I think this turned out pretty good. Now you'll see me go over it with the 1/4 inch tape and tape off, mask off all of the rest of those sections. This might take a little time. I keep my razor blade nearby. Always keep a brand new blade in when you're doing this process. It'll help things along. I realized after the fact that I didn't record the entire process, so I'm gonna jump ahead. In the next step, I take this out to my booth again and add in some ghosted. I believe I used a pearl silver. Then I went over that with some of the Candy 2.0 system. Then I came back and untaped the top portion that I'm taping now. Painted that black. Then went over the entire bottle with a specialty color shifting paint. Layered on some clear, and that's where you'll see at the very end of the video the portion that I'm showing you. I'm looking to make more videos like this, so let me know in the comments what kind of color scheme you might want to see next week. I've got a couple bottles that are already base coated with the generic metallic base, but I'd love to hear some color combinations you'd like to see. I've got a couple in mind, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you haven't already, definitely go ahead and give that subscribe button a tap and hit the bell to get all the notifications. We're constantly dropping shorts and videos. And coming up in January, we're going to look to drop more videos than we have been as of late. We finally got the shop set up and moved around. I've got my camera set up, so I'm looking to make a bunch more videos this coming year. So I'd love to hear thoughts on what you might want to see. If you made it this far into the video, let me stop and say thank you so much. I appreciate you lending me your time, your eyes, and your attention. If there's something that you'd like to see me paint in the future, or a product you'd like to see me try out, or you have any questions, definitely hit me up. I'm on all platforms at Martial Artistry. You can definitely shop our products at MARSHALLARTISTRY.com. If you are on any other social media app, definitely give me a follow. I'd love to share with you the rest of the things that I create. I don't show everything on this page, but I'm starting to branch out into the community section, so definitely keep an eye out for some new stuff over there. And here we are, all finished up. No glitter, no epoxy. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Aloha.